Kind of sucks that the Detroit Lions are not playing in the NFC Championship game. I myself am not watching a single game of football in the National Football League from now on. From here out, I will pick up watching football again with the USL supporting our Michigan Panthers. But I have no intentions on watching the next 3 games. It's just too painful for me. I can't do it. Going through a lot right now when it comes to this team. But my only hope is that the Eagles beat the Commanders and that those Chiefs do not three-peat. That would be my best hope. But the Detroit Lions are on a mission to replace the bodies that they're losing on the coaching staff, and it looks like they've done just that. According to Jeremy Fowler in his Twitter account, says the Bucs run game coordinator, defensive line Kacy Rodgers, is expected to join the Lions as defensive line coach per sources. Detroit is replacing Terrell Williams, who became Patriots DC. Rodgers has been with Todd Bowles since 2015. Tell me if the top of his tweet, if that looks right to you. That whole beginning part, Bucs run game coordinator, defensive line, he's missing the word coach. And it's crazy how when somebody is missing one word, it'll throw you all off. And I'm assuming that 2015, that he's been with Todd Bowles since Todd Bowles was the coach of the New York Jets. Now, this is a big deal because the Detroit Lions probably needed some. Terrell Williams had only been here a year. I can't really tell you what he could and couldn't do on the defensive line as far as the coach because we had a bunch of people injured. I don't think we had a bunch of talent outside of as far as, okay, let me take that back. I don't think that we had the right talent all on the defensive line. And we definitely had zero depth at that position. So, and yes, we are going to talk about Brad Holmes' his press conference. We're going to react to the whole 30-minute thing live, but I had to get this out the way first. So, Terrell Williams only had 1 year. He was with us 1 year. He wind up working with the mystery man DLINE. I mean, we were pulling guys off the street, pulling guys off practice squads, and, you know, he did what he could. But Mike Vrabel spoke very highly of him prior to him coming here. And as a matter of fact, the year Mike Vrabel got fired in that preseason, he had Terrell Williams coach one of the preseason games, and that's kind of a big deal. But here's a little more about him. This is coming from our guys with SI, with Sports Illustrated, SI.com. Says Rodgers has been with the Buccaneers organizations for 6 seasons beginning in 2019. He was strictly the defensive line coach through 2021 and added run game coordinator duties to his job title in 2022. The defensive line coach has worked with current Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles since 2015. As Bowles made Rodgers his defensive coordinator upon being named head coach of the New York Jets. So there you go right there. And here's some connection between Dan Campbell and the new D-line coach. There's a familiarity between Rodgers and Lions head coach Dan Campbell as the two worked together with the Miami Dolphins. Campbell was the Dolphins tight end coach from 2011 to 2015, while Rodgers was the defensive line coach from 2008 to 2014. So this guy is not a stranger to Dan Campbell, and it makes sense. It makes sense. We stuck with Aaron Glenn because of the connection that those two had, and it looks like we're bringing in somebody that there's a connection to with Dan Campbell. Now, I didn't go back and look and see how the Jets' defensive line was, or the fact that I know the Tampa Bay, man, they had their defensive line was pretty stout. They got Vita Vea and some guys over there, and Kalijah Kancey, they got him recently. So, I mean, this is exciting. It's hard for me to get stoked about this team right now. It's very difficult. It's tough. Like, I'm not. I don't know. This year feels different. This feels different. It feels like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we talking about this? We shouldn't be talking about the offseason. There's no reason we should be talking about the offseason. There's none. It's hard to get through. I'm gonna try my best to get through it. Days I think I'm doing better than others. I was doing fine. But this morning I woke up and I don't feel like talking. I'm serious, y'all. I just don't feel I don't feel like talking. Between Brad Holmes' press conference, the little snippets I heard, and just knowing that it feels like it's been 4 months, but it's only been 4 days. Anyway, I'm glad the Lions are replacing lost staff members. We got to started with the D-line coach. We got to get a new OC, DC, and you know, who knows who else we'll have to get. So anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because you support this channel, I get to do what I do. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. And as always, go Lions.